Hello everyone. For those who don't know me, my name is Brendan Rodrigues and I specialize in the manipulation side of magic, which means it's a lot of finger dexterity. Today we're going to be learning how to flourish a ring and look cool with the ring. It's one of my favorite kinds of magic to perform because I just love the places you can hide the ring on your fingers. But today we're just going to learn flourishes, and here's the flourish that I do. This is called a griffin roll with the ladder of insanity. In fact, don't worry about what it's called. Let's just get into it. So how do you do this? First, obviously you need a ring, and the first thing we're going to learn is how to roll it from finger to finger. So just like the coin roll, where you're rolling the coin, what's going to happen here is you start off with one ring, place it onto your first finger there. And now you're going to move your fingers one at a time. So the first one is going to clip the edge of the ring here, drop the next one again, the ring fingers up, clips again, and the pinky goes down. And you're going to go back and forth. You could use your thumb for help, but I wouldn't recommend doing that. So the thumb is left alone and that's all you're doing. So you're just doing this. That's on the underside. Then you're going to turn your hand around and do the same thing back and forth on the front. So just like the coin, you're going to balance the ring between your fingers. It's a little different because of the thickness of the ring. So it really depends on what kind of ring you're using for this. But you're going to clip it and backwards. So you're tilting your hand forward here. And then when you're reaching your pinky finger, you're going backwards. You're tilting it behind and bringing it back up. From here, you're going to clip it back onto the thumb. This is a little hard because you're defying gravity here. Once you pull it down here, you're clipping it from your first and second. So I would recommend practice this bit, just going from one finger to the other. And then you can do with the next one. So you're doing this with your fingers. If you can see this, I'm clipping the ring on every finger. It's a good grip here between my first and second, and then my middle and ring. You can go back and forth, and then the pinky, and back up and down. So that's called the griffin roll. Now you're combining this along with this on your knuckles, and you also have the one here on these knuckles here. One of my favorite bits that a lot of people ask me about is the ladder of insanity, which is a move that's done right here on your middle finger. So it goes up and down. What's happening here is the middle finger's up, your first finger's down. As it rolls up, just try and practice this bit first. So as it's rolling up, move the first finger up, the middle down, and the ring finger. Now you're resting the ring on the ring finger, and you go down, up again and down. And that is called the ladder of insanity. I've learned this from a Divo tape ages ago. And to end it, there. So as it's going here, I'm going to try and do it slowly. It's really hard to do it slow, but once it's here and it's dropping down on this finger here, this finger is going to bend and hook it on and throw it back on there. Like most of my videos, if you've known me, I always practice with two hands, and I always recommend learning something with both your hands. It just looks a lot better, and also in case you want to do something with the other hand, you have the other hand too. So if you want to do a move with one hand, you have the other hand to do a flourish. Now let's talk about what rings you're going to use. Now these are basic wedding bands. They're gold wedding bands. I think they cost about £4 to £5 in the UK when you're buying it in bulk. But Covent Garden is a good place to look at. Camden Town, they have a lot of different rings. But what ideally with these, the rings you need for this is these flat wedding bands, just here. And you don't want to get too thick, but this is, I would say, this is my perfect size for using in ring flourishes. Again, where to practice? Over your bed, on the train, while you're traveling. So I recommend always carry things like a coin, ring, a pen, just simple things that you can do anytime, anywhere. So again, here's a bit of flourish, so you can watch this. Thanks for taking the time to watch this video. I hope you enjoyed it, and do subscribe for more. I'm doing a lot more tutorials on pen flourishes and maybe some card flourishes in the future. So have a good time and see you soon. Oh, and one more thing before I go. Thank you. Bye.